was listening to you, I'm thinking we were talking about, okay, as you're going to expand and travel and bring this information out, you're lecturing, and you're going to first start with a demo, and then what do you move into in that lecture? Do you do meditations with the people? What are some of the other things that you do?
Yeah.
Or you just
Yeah, with the lecture, we always open up with a presentation. We start with a brief meditation to create, to like bind the energy.
a loving environment.
And loving, that's it, loving environment. And then we talk about a specific topic, and we give like 2 or 3 rounds of messages, and people can, we open up for questions as well.
Okay.
If there's time. There's usually so many messages that sometimes we don't have time. And then we do have classes and workshops as well. And I want to say it's different. Workshops it should be more hands-on, but I love teaching always hands-on. I don't like just PowerPointing and, no, I just,
So
I want to
you
create
have engaging them.
Yeah. Workshops are longer. So we all have to kind of learn what is our expertise. How do you feel the energy? What are you visual? Are you auditory? Are you sensitive? Do you feel? Do you hear? How do you work with the energy? What is your main thing to communicate with spirit? Like, what is your forte? And then we take that and we implement that by teaching specific techniques that can be done both individually or in pairs and also in groups. So I'm a very dynamic teacher. I love moving from one to another exercise. I don't like people to get bored.
What do you do with shy people?
Well, what do I do with shy people? Well, first I allow them their spot. I let them see, and I give them their time, and I let them see that I too am shy. I was originally shy, but it's funny because often those are the
and you
ones.
still are sometimes.
Yeah, but those are often the people who are the most engaging. You see, but you have to allow their time, and you have to allow their space in the moment. But when I see that someone is ready and someone has the potential, then I also like to push. That's how I was trained. So I do the same. I give the people the opportunity. And once they have it, they love it. They don't let it go. But I want to say to everyone that is watching us not to be afraid of a spirit. The spirit world is not there to hurt or harm you. We function by thought and by intention and by energy and by love. So, in other words, what you send out, it's like a boomerang that you will be receiving as well. But the spirit world is there to guide you and help you. Not to intervene, not to interfere, but to help. So, if we learn how to call upon them, how to let go of our own individuality, of our own physical being, physical matter, and we open up and surrender to them, they will work alongside us, and they will create different synchronicities, and everything will fall into place. That it's not going to be hard at all, and you'll notice the spirit, you'll sense, you'll feel, So that's what they learn also at their workshops. Like how to be aware. What is the little voice? How to listen to, and how to feel that subtle energy that is talking to you. How to see the signs.
And so the question that I hear come up a lot is that, okay, this is beautiful when you're saying, how do you know these signs? How do you learn to feel or sense when you're working with a high level, which is going to feel good, right?
Mm-hmm.
And something that might be more low level in an interfering.
Well,
this is a big thing, because you see a lot of people that can be mediums like yourself when they're young. All of a sudden, they're wide open for some reason, and anybody can kind of communicate through,
that's why it's important.
Recently the one child that called up that wanted to speak with you because she was so afraid of these voices that were telling her to do things that she knew was probably not the correct thing to do, but yet she also had voices that were that were beautiful.
Yeah, one of the main things that, and I thank you for bringing that up, that I teach is that you're always in charge. You're the driver of your own car, van, or whatever you want to call it. So you decide who gets in your car, and you need to empower yourself. So we teach them how to be in charge, and also how to be able to differentiate between like lower or sometimes lost spirits and more enlightened ones, and it's also about taking charge. And sometimes it's as simple as telling the spirit, because you see, in spirit world, there's no time, there's no space. They don't often know that you're telling them off or you're telling them to go. So sometimes it's as simple as telling them, listen, I see you, I hear you, I sense you, I know you are here. This is not the moment. I can't do this right now. I'm busy. Please go and come back, I don't know, when I'm meditating, or come back, I don't know, when in Mikel's class, which a lot of people have that say, or come back when I ask you to come back. Like, in other words, we have to create a space and time and some, certainly, and some rules. They will honor that. And sometimes that doesn't work, and then we have to go into more specific, more determined kind of commands. But there's ways where we can learn it, and once you learn to hold your ground, so to speak, and you make the rules, they will honor those rules. But it's also for us, to be responsible of this gift. So I would recommend against reading the cards or doing mediumship in the middle of a restaurant or in the middle of a nightclub or something like that. Just give it honor and praise and give it the prestige that it deserves. Don't mess around. Don't take it lightly, and you will always be safe. And the other side will work with you and will work alongside you. And it's quite simple, really. But of course, there are some spirits that are denser.
Sure.
But you also learn how to let them go into higher beings of wisdom, and there's also helpers on the other side.
Okay, so this is good. This is another question that people ask when you're talking about the spirit realm, and it's pretty general what you're talking about, because we know there's an angelic force, and people often hear that they have a spirit guide.